Hey, actress, singer, songwriter, writer, mentor, encourager, motivator. You were looking at your girl, Darvinique. I'm glad to be back on the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Look, at first I wasn't going to jump on here because I was like, look, I'm not even dressed. Hair looking hot. Who knows what's going on up under there? But anyway, sometimes you just have to jump on and do what you have to do because the moment calls for right now. So, a lawyer that was making $260,000 or 280,000 over between 260 and $280,000 a year said that he wants to quit his job. He wants to stop working as being a lawyer or attorney. And that was mind-blowing. That was mind-blowing for me because you are making more than enough and you don't want to work in that profession anymore. Why? Because he is unhealthy. And he was asking for advice, and on his point, he was thinking maybe I'll just work there for put up with it for 3 more years, work there for 3 more years, save enough money. But with the income that he's making within a year, that's enough to just be like, look, I could quit right now, but I don't know what his lifestyle and his expenses are. So he was like, I want to work there for, 3 years and then quit. And I was just like, wow. I was blown away for that because it's, you hear people say, do what you love and you will be successful. Do what you love and you will be successful. Here this man is successful, but he's not doing what he loves. He's making money. I'm sure he's got some millions saved up. Do what you love and you will be successful. He's successful doing something he does not love. And I even heard someone say, sometimes you just got to bite the apple. Sometimes you just got to eat it. Sometimes you just got to eat it and put up with it for a while so that can fund what you ultimately love. So that can fund your passion. So that can be fuel towards your passion. I'm an actress. I'm a model. I'm a singer. I'm a songwriter. And I currently work at a job. And that job is, creating a living for me right now until ultimately what I'm going to do is going to take off. So I get it. And then when I hear actors who are acting in LA or, picking up gigs in LA, they're waiting tables. Sometimes you got to eat it. I met a lawyer, not this guy that we're talking about, who quit his job to open up a fast food truck, to open up a food truck and on the street in the busy city, like, for example, like New York. I'm just throwing that out there. And I just thought that was mind blowing. He was just like, I've always wanted to be a cook. I've been a lawyer for over, 10 years. Which is a nice amount of time, 10 plus years, he said over 10 years. And I quit because ultimately my passion was cooking food. My passion was the creativity, the art of it all, the love, the new ideas. He was driven by that inspiration, not being a lawyer. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a lawyer, but you got some people that just don't want to be that, and that's okay. But he quit being a lawyer making over $100,000 a year to investing in a food truck parked on the side of a road in the center, in the core of the city of downtown on a busy area to feed the people. Now, he's not feeding them for free. Of course, they're purchasing the food, but he loves the interaction with all different walks of life. You got the upscale, you got the dressy casual, you got the casual, you got all different, you got the moms, the dads, the aunties, the business owners. He said he wanted to connect with the people. Isn't that beautiful? And he was a lawyer making over $100,000 a year. What does success mean to you? What does success mean to you? Because in America, it's a large house, lots of money, the expensive car, the image of looking expensive, but it's just vanity. I met somebody from a foreign country at work, and he was here in the US. I forget what he was here for. He worked at a liquor store and he was kind of like picking up some work there, but I ultimately forgot what he was here for. And we were just in the car, and I was checking on baby, and he was in the car, and we just wind up having a deep conversation in the matter of like 4 to 5 minutes. And I said, "Do you like it here? Do you like it here in Houston?" And he was like, "No, I don't even like it here in the US. I don't like it here. I want to go back to my country." And I asked him, I said, "Wow, that's the first time I ever heard somebody say that." I said, "Why is that so?" He was like, "Because I realized that a lot of people are more interested and more caught up about the image of looking image of looking good and looking like they're successful, but genuinely they are not. They're miserable." He said they don't even know their neighbor. They see their neighbor every day and they don't know and don't have a relationship with their neighbor. I got convicted when he said that, because I was like, I barely know. I know one of my neighbors really, really good, but I don't know the neighbor to the right of me. I don't know the neighbor to the right of me. And she has beautiful children. They got a pool in their backyard, because I seen them because I was peeking out my window over there, like interested and curious, like, oh, it would be nice to know them. That would be nice if Gabrielle made friends with them, because my daughter would be able to go swim over there. She loves swimming, XYZ. And at 4 o'clock this morning on my way home, getting off of work, I saw the mom leaving for work. And she was like, "Good morning." And I was like, "Hey," I said good morning to her, but we were like, she was rushing out and I was rushing in. So that my husband can go back to work. But anyways, he said, "I don't like it here." He said, "Because everybody's caught up in an image, but nobody genuinely loves and knows each other. And then the government here has you all scared to speak to your neighbor, or have you scared to speak to somebody walking down the street." This was an aha moment for me. He was like, "That's not success." He was like, "That's fake success. That's just so vain. People look like it, but when you actually talk to them, they're miserable. They don't know their neighbors. They don't invite people over for dinner." He was like, "In my country, our neighbors come over, have dinner with us. We know what's going on in their lives. We're not in their business, but we just know who they are. Because in case anything ever happens, we can get a hold of one another." And I just thought that was so, he was like, "And it's a village." I just thought that was so beautiful. And it just made me sit back. I'm like, wow, we got work to do over here. Because everything that he shared with me about knowing people and about being friendly with his neighbor and knowing the kids and everybody being, like know you and trust you. I'm just like, we got work to do. Because we technically are in America scared of our neighbor. We be looking at them like, oh, we don't know if they're a killer next door, XYZ, But that takes stepping out and introducing yourself. I mean, it's just so many layers to it. It's so many layers to it. But ultimately, he was just like, I thought it was going to be something more, but it didn't take me long to figure that out. So what does success mean to you? I had a lady say success to her meant being with her children, feeding her kids, spending time with them, raising them, watching them grow up and watching them do silly things. And she said that's success for her. Someone else said feeding someone from a different country, feeding a hungry kid from another country. What does success mean to you? Because like I said, in America, it's about getting a big car, showboating. Nowadays, don't get me wrong. That was the goal for me. A big house. Don't get me wrong. I still want a nice house, a nice car. That I was striving for that. But now my view for money is so different. Even for a vehicle, I look at a vehicle as a means of transportation, not for a status or an image for someone to have a certain look at me, like to look at me and like, oh, I know she got money. No, I don't think about it like that anymore, because I'm building wealth. And when my wealth is built the right way, to where I don't have anxiety, or I'm not stressing about a car payment, or I'm not stressing about, am I going to have enough money this month to pay for the lifestyle that I want to have? No, when I'm at that point to where I'm building wealth and I can go out and buy a Mercedes if I choose to have a Mercedes, to where money is not a problem. I don't have anxiety about spending it because I have enough. I have more than enough. I can actually pay for it for cash. So that's the goal. Um, hmm. That's that's just what it is. I just was thinking about, like, did I mention everything that I wanted to talk about in this video? What does success mean to you? That guy, the lawyer or the attorney or whatever he was making $260,000 to $280,000 a year, and he was like, I want to quit my job within the next 3 years because I'm unfulfilled, I'm unhappy, it's boring, it's not fulfilling. And then a lawyer making over $100,000 a year quit his job to open up a food truck because that was his passion, and he felt more successful doing that than being a lawyer. So what does success mean to you? Really take a moment and take a step back. What does that mean to you? All right, this is your girl Darvinique sharing a quick dose. I hope this helped you. Like and share the video if it does. I look forward to chatting with you soon.